ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and something has peeved Whoopi Goldberg, and she had an absolute meltdown about it. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. Whoopi Goldberg kind of went out of her mind during a segment on CNN's, Chris Wallace show, where he talked to her about a very sensitive topic. A topic that elicited a strong reaction from the View host. Whoopi Goldberg has made no secret of her politics, and she doesn't usually make a secret about her personal opinions on any matter, and she followed suit and did not make a secret this time when asked about a very sensitive matter. That matter being referred to as an African American. Now, Whoopi Goldberg, like other prominent African Americans, have very strong feelings about this. I tend, just for this segment, I'm using African American, but it's not a term I use. I find it insulting. You're an American. I'm an American. We're Americans. I don't like hyphenated Americans. I don't like being called an Italian American. I'm an American of Italian descent. Very proud of my Italian descent. Email me. I'll give you a recipe for great meatballs and gravy. And yes, it's called gravy. Happy to do that. Or say something in the comments. Give me your email address. I'll send you the recipe. But as proud as I am of my Italian heritage, I'm an American. I want you to listen to what Whoopi Goldberg had to say and let me know if you agree with her. As always, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm Carmine Sabia for Explain America. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.
They could have cut it off. Know when to say when, like the Bud Light commercial.
To your second point, that's actually one of the things I found most striking were these repeated attempts to call for a mistrial, but with one of them ending with the judge basically telling them that they were bad at their jobs, saying to Trump's attorneys, look, I don't know why you let that go. That is your job to stop that moment. And I feel like is one of those moments that people can look back on and see in the record as being kind of a turning point, if anything.
Is that unusual?
So here's the thing. One, and something we haven't talked a lot about this week is that prosecutors and the judge can also step in at a certain point. And the judge, and Ellie and I talked about this one day earlier in the week, where you're asking questions and the judge just says, objection sustained, where the other side didn't object to it, but they should have, and he's sort of slapping them on the wrist for not having done so. And if the judge truly felt that evidence should not have been getting into court, he had every right and ability to cut it off right there.
But is there a world where he wouldn't want to be jumping in, right, in a case so high profile?
This is why I think the judge was actually quite unfair to Trump's team when it came to this ruling, because he said, well, it's your fault. You should have been objecting. First of all, Trump's team raised it before the day started, and the judge said, I'm with you. We're not going to get out of control with the details. Second of all, Trump's team did object 3-4 times, and the judge said, I agree. Objection sustained. So what are they supposed to do? Pop up every question? You look horrible in front of the jury if you do that.
Saying you opened the door to all of these things. And I don't think that was all that different from some of the analysis that came out of that day, where many of you on this panel were even saying, hey, why did they go back for more? Why did this go longer? And the answer, with some reporting, was that perhaps Trump himself wanted to extend. But I just think it's sort of an interesting moment of maybe overreach, and it just found it striking.
I'd say a couple things. One, the judge, if in fact a lot of bad evidence that shouldn't have got in, it's still on the judge on appeal potentially. Now, because it still would have tainted the trial. Now, it depends on when the defense raised their objections in response to the evidence, but it's still on him if, the failure. So, there's a lot of blame to go around, and the judge wagged his finger at the defense. The one thing I would disagree with you a little bit, Ellie, is the thing that they went back and forth on in the morning was the specifics about, trigger warning, Donald Trump's genitalia was one of the questions that Stormy Daniels, can she bring in a discussion of that or not? Now, it turned into, on questioning, all this discussion about all this other stuff. But your point's well taken, that they did get in the morning into the questions of, how much should we limit these things that we talk about when she comes up.